Hey everybody, I think I'm back up. My computer went down. My computer froze up. 1 second, we'll discuss this tornado warning. Literally went down at the most worst time ever. Cushman, Cave City need to be sheltered. You might have a tornado heading into town soon. I'm trying to get my stuff back in order since my computer went down. Give me just a moment. Like I said, I apologize for that, guys. That's never happened to me. My computer just completely went down. Hail's likely in Mount Pleasant soon, possibly even in Cushman, eventually in Evening Shade and Sydney. Here we go. Okay. Reed has a live feed of it on the ground. Okay. I have not seen that, so I'm going to try to pull that up now. So, want to make sure everyone's clear. We have a tornado warning that includes northern sections of Independence County, southern sections of Sharp County, and southeastern sections of Izard County. And the circulation here is just southwest of Cushman. This is the only tornado warning, I think, in the state right now. Yeah, all the other ones are just severe thunderstorm warnings, so we really got to focus on this one for now, guys. We'll come back to the other ones in just a moment, but this is unfortunately an area that has been hit very hard with tornadoes lately. Literally in this exact area. Cushman, you need to be sheltered. This is an old scan. Cushman, you need to be sheltered. Cave City, you need to be sheltered. If you live anywhere around Cave City, you should be sheltered. We'll pull up Google Maps real quick. This is the only tornado warning in the state as of 7 p.m. So if you're watching this and you don't live in Cushman, Cave City, I promise, I don't think I'm missing any tornado warnings. Yeah, no, this is the only one. So we're gonna try to focus on this for the time being. Unfortunately, this exact area was hit by an EF3 on March 14th. So I know that these people are very concerned. Trying to get my map pulled up here. Folks, if you live on Highway 167, especially north of Cave City near the 58 interchange, if you live west of Cave City near Sydney, if you live in between Sydney, if you live near the Faith Tabernacle Mission Outreach, I'm going to call off some locations here between Cave City and Cushman. If you live anywhere near B Rock, Sandtown's Lee Chapel, if you live near the bridge at Big T Road, Barnett Cemetery, J&J Military Surplus, there's a Church of God just west of Cave City. There's a Palestine Cemetery west of Cave City off Center Street. If you live in any of the areas that I just mentioned, you need to be sheltered. It looks like the circulation is right here. Kind of hard to see, but it's right here off near Cushman. That's a latest scan, 6:59 p.m. certainly want to be sheltered. I have a friend of mine who's chasing this storm. Oh, wow. Yeah, I just got a video of this storm. Very, very intriguing. We'll see what it ends up doing. But like I said earlier, there's also some hail associated with this as well. The warning goes all the way up past Evening Shade to Ash Flat, nearly in Ash Flat. Sidney, Cave City, Evening Shade, Mount Pleasant. The hail core associated is going to be here in the forward flank. So the bulk of your big hail is going to be right here, likely over Mount Pleasant and Sidney. This is the only tornado warning in the state of Arkansas as of 7:02 p.m. And it goes for mostly northern Independence, north of Batesville, and southern Sharp County. Specifically Cave City, Cushman, Sidney. I mean, just the worst possible track for a tornado. An area that was just hit. This storm kind of has its own identity. If you're looking off to the west and southwest, guys, we have severe thunderstorms passing through from Batesville all the way down to Russellville, Hot Springs, Arkadelphia soon, Prescott, Hope, and all the way to Texarkana. This is the only tornado warning. And you'll notice this storm is kind of out on its own. It's a supercell, kind of has access to whatever it wants. And then looking at the thermodynamic profile, this storm is riding the boundary or close to. So technically, this is one of those situations where this storm is probably not completely elevated. There's some surface-based instability for this storm to work with and produce a tornado. So we have to take this very serious if you live in Cushman, Cave City, Sidney, Evening Shade, and other sections of Sharp County. If you live in far eastern Stone County, so well east of Mountain View, I know that you're under a tornado warning, but the worst of it has passed to your east. If you live in Izard County and the sirens are going off in Melbourne, Calico Rock, Oxford, Franklin, Pineville, the worst of this is well to your southeast. I know a lot of places still have county-based sirens, but I want to assure you, looking area-wide here, that the worst of this storm is going to pass through Cave City, Sidney, southern Sharp County. And this eventually could impact western sections of Lawrence County and maybe even Randolph County with time. I don't know how it's going to evolve. But if you're in Cave City, you need to be sheltered. And folks, Cave City was hit by an EF3 tornado less than a month ago. If you're in Cave City and you're watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. If you know somebody who lives in Cave City, I'm sure most in that area are probably paying attention to the weather. But you might give them a phone call and let them know that there's a tornado possibly headed right for them and that they need to be sheltered. Cushman was also hit by that same tornado. And this is going to continue off to the east-northeast with time. Right here. Your circulation is located right here. Just past through Cushman, moving off to the east-northeast. It might miss Cave City by a whisker to the north. If you're in Cave City, I wouldn't risk it. Would not risk it. Wouldn't risk it. I have some buddies that are chasing this storm, but this is not an easy part of the state to chase. So it's probably pretty difficult to see. to help settle some of the whatabouts, what about your location? This is an overview. We have a dangerous storm here that we're dealing with now, tornado warning. We have severe thunderstorm warnings from St. Joe down to Clinton. South to Hot Springs, just west of Arkadelphia, down to Texarkana. If you live in Little Rock, Arkadelphia, Pine Bluff, Camden, you have thunderstorms to your west that will be transitioning east with time. Conway, Beebe, Searcy, Bradford, Newport, same thing. Jonesboro, if you live in Wynn, we'll have to watch how these storms translate from your west to your east. There's nothing going on right now if you live in those areas, but it will with time. Folks, if you live west of this activity, so if you live west of this line, Mena, Fort Smith, Springdale, Norfolk, Mountain Home, Russellville, Clarksville, you can still deal with some storms, strong storms, maybe some hail and some wind, but the tornado risk is much higher to the east of you, so you can probably relax a little bit on that. But I really want to focus on this the most because we could have a tornado ongoing here near Cushman, headed for Cave City, an area that was just hit by an EF3 less than a month ago. Getting a lot of interesting images from storms across the state. Some of the storms look pretty scary today, but I think we've avoided the worst of the tornado problems so far. It's now 7:09. This is certainly concerning, so we'll see if that stands, but I am worried about Cave City in southern Sharp County. This storm kind of looks like it has a little bit of a mind of its own. It's not really mixed in with anything else. If the sirens are going off in Batesville, I get it, but for now, there's no tornado threat in Batesville. You're not included in the polygon. Same with Pleasant Plains, Newark, and Oil Trough. The sirens are likely going off in Cave City, Sidney, Evening Shade, and Cushman, and for good reason. That's where the storm is most dangerous at this time. There's also a severe thunderstorm warning that goes all the way up to Cherokee Village that kind of encompasses the tornado warning. So if you're getting alerts on your phone for that. Samuel, I don't know if there's a tornado on the ground. I don't have any reports of that. Reed Timmer's chasing this storm. Reed's a friend of mine. Obviously busy right now, or I'd call him. But I'm sure if Reed has a tornado, he will make sure and let that be known. And I don't have anything from him or have not seen any reports from him. This tornado, if it was formed and on the ground, could be rain-wrapped. It might be hard to see. So it does look like Reed did observe a tornado northwest of Batesville, Arkansas at 6:55. So when this storm passed right here, we'll loop it. It's on his Twitter if you want to look at it. Right there. Looks like he had a brief tornado on the ground. I went ahead and retweeted that for him. So this storm has a history of producing tornadoes. I mean, that Reed, I don't think would report that if he didn't feel like that. That looks like a tornado to me as well. So certainly appears to be that this storm did produce a tornado at one time, so we need to take this extra serious. It has a history of producing tornadoes, but the National Weather Service doesn't have it as a confirmed tornado. They still have it as a radar indicated. So I'm getting some reports from Cushman as well, which this circulation and tornado warning storm just passed through. So I'm trying to get those pulled up to see what we had going with that. My Facebook's not really wanting to load, unfortunately. Yes, Garland County is under a tornado watch. A tornado watch, not a warning, a tornado watch. I'm looking at a live feed of this storm, and it certainly does look the part. It's just so tough to see. This part of the state is tough to chase in. But it looks like there might be... Wow, yeah, this storm is intense looking. Yeah, I was just looking at that feed. I don't know if this storm is still producing a tornado. It could be. But based off of what I'm seeing, it looks like this storm has at times attempted to produce tornadoes and has produced a tornado in its lifespan. It's moving into southern Sharp County now. Do I miss being out there? Sometimes. Yeah, so yeah, it's moving into southern Sharp County now. Evening shade, Sydney. The storm is, like I said, it's tracking into southern Sharp County now and moving out of northern Independence County, and will impact areas in between Evening Shade and Cave City. Kind of wonder if Little Rock is the better option here. I don't know. Doing a reset. A lot of people asking about where they live. Folks, this is the only tornado warning in Arkansas. The one up here that we're talking about. If you're in Garland County, if you're in Hot Springs, it's nice and noisy right now. Severe thunderstorms are moving in. Probably a lot of wind, a lot of rain, maybe some hail. Same goes for areas to the south in Clark County. You've got a large complex of storms moving in from Glenwood, Amity, down to Delight, which is in Pike County, moving over towards Okolana, eventually Arkadelphia, Gum Springs, Caddo Valley. If you live in far southwestern Arkansas, which is down, we're talking Miller County, near Texarkana, Hempstead County, you have more severe thunderstorms moving out of Texas and moving in now. If you don't live in any of the areas I just mentioned, you're probably not dealing with a whole lot right now, but you will in the future. So from Little Rock, south to Camden, Pine Bluff, Stuttgart, Cabot, Searcy, storms are to your southwest and west now. That's eventually going to impact you. The only tornado warning in Arkansas as of 7:15 p.m. is this one moving into Sharp County. Circulation looked a little bit more impressive earlier when it was north of Batesville, which is when it produced what appears to be a tornado. I don't know if it's still producing one now. But yes, the tornado warning is for Sharp County. The National Weather Service also has a severe thunderstorm warning polygon that they've encompassed the warning. So I don't know if they are going to drop the tornado warning and just let the severe thunderstorm warning persist for most of Sharp and eastern sections of Izard County. So we'll just have to wait and see. Yep, absolutely, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Trying to stay hydrated. Been sick all day. Covering these storms, wearing me out. Ready for a break, guys. I know everyone else is too. I'm going to check my social media real quick and see if I have any reports from this storm. We got a new tornado warning that includes Piney and Glenwood, so we'll switch to southwest Arkansas in just a moment and go over that. Cave City, before I zoom in off that, or zoom off that, Cave City, please be in your shelter still. Sidney, evening shade. We have a new tornado warning here in southwest Arkansas that includes parts of Garland County. So areas southwest of Little Rock. Strong circulation between Glenwood and Amity. This very well could be on the ground, folks. So really want this to be taken serious. This is in literally smack dab. You can see the circulation here. I mean, evident right here. I want to give a shout out to Storm Chaser Paige Perdomas for sharing this with me earlier on Twitter and allowing me to share it on my Facebook. I just posted a picture on my Facebook of a very funky looking wall cloud. I think that's what that is, and an inflow band of some kind moving over Batesville. Folks, this is really strong rotation between Glenwood and Amity. So we're talking northeastern sections of Pike and northwestern sections of Clark County. If you live anywhere near Glenwood or Amity, you need to be sheltered immediately. This is the strongest rotation I've seen all day. I wouldn't be surprised if this is on the ground. Looking at it from a reflectivity structure, you can see it's wrapped well back in the rain. So if you live in western sections of Garland County and southeastern sections of Montgomery County, this storm is moving east-northeast and it's going to impact you soon. So want to make sure that you're sheltered and ready for that. It doesn't include all of Hot Springs or Lake Hamilton, but it does include a large chunk of southwestern Garland County. And once again, I want to reiterate, we have 2 tornado warnings in the state. This is the most intense circulation that I've seen thus far between Glenwood and Amity. You can see the circulation here. Okay. Wow, this is certainly the most impressive circulation we've had today. I mean, it's not even close. Even compared to the Cushman storm earlier, I would be really surprised if this storm isn't. Looking at debris tracker, we're kind of at a distance from the radar, so it's hard to see sometimes until we get a couple of good scans. But I want to zoom in on this. I'm going to zoom out a little bit to make sure people understand where we're looking at here. This is the only tornado warning in the state outside of the one that's up in Sharp County. Cave City, people, you need to be sheltered. But looking at this from afar, you can see near Glenwood and Amity up to Garland County. It does include far western sections of Hot Spring County as well. It doesn't include Rockport or Malvern. But looking at Google Maps, based on where the circulation is located here, in between Glenwood and Amity. So zooming out, we'll go back down to southwest Arkansas, and we can look at... So if you live anywhere off Highway 182 near Welsh or Bonnerdale, Highway 70, let me switch to velocity so we can look exactly where the rotation is. The last scan's not as impressive. Man, I would be surprised if that didn't produce a tornado right here. Right there. If you live on Highway 70 near Bonnerdale or near Welsh, the circulation is likely right over the top of you right now. If you live near Percy, you need to be sheltered. If you live near the Highway 70 and 227 interchange, you should be sheltered. If you live near Royal, Arkansas, or Crystal Springs, you should be sheltered. So we're talking Garland County there, whereas in some of the other stuff there in northern sections of Clark County, southeastern sections of Montgomery County. Cherokee Village, I don't think needs to be sheltered. Cherokee Village is just under a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning is in southern Sharp County. But man, that circulation there for a moment was really wrapped up. I think they issued a new warning for Independence County. I don't have that notice on my phone. Hot Springs is technically not in the warning polygon. So I have a lot of Hot Springs followers commenting, asking. I know the sirens are probably going off. There's no shame if you're in Hot Springs. There's no shame in sheltering from this, because if this storm makes a slight right turn, all of a sudden you're included. The circulation is embedded in the rainfall and hail here between Glenwood and Amity, and it's moving off to the east-northeast towards Mountain Pine, Royal, and areas west of Hot Springs. Trying to see if I have any reports. They have shrunk the polygon for our other tornado warning down a little bit. It mostly includes a small sliver of Independence County and southern Sharp County, only from Evening Shade down to Cave City, and that's really it. Cherokee Village, Highland, Ashflat, Williford, you're not included in the tornado warning, so I want to make that clear. And the circulation on that looks like it's went down a little bit. We'll see how that evolves. But our other tornado warning is down here in Garland, Clark, and Montgomery and Hot Spring counties. Like I said just a few moments ago, our circulation on this has went down a little bit. Still want to take it serious. If you live in Garland County, if you live in southeastern Montgomery and western Hot Spring County. If you're in Royal, you need to be sheltered. If you're in Mountain Pine, you need to be sheltered. Batesville, the circulation is to your north, so you're good. Cushman, I think, is out of the warning polygon now. Let me check and make sure. Yeah, Cushman is out of the warning polygon, but just a heads up, if you're in Independence County, parts of Stone County, you've got more strong storms to your west that are moving in soon. But they still have a tornado warning up, mostly for southern Sharp County, Evening Shade down to Cave City. And then, of course, we have our tornado warning down here near Garland County. I can loop the velocity scan for you guys and show you the circulation. The circulation was very strong right there. Guys, look at this. Between Glenwood and Amity, right there, I would be really surprised if that didn't produce maybe something brief. Doesn't look like it was on the ground for long. If it was even on the ground, it might have just been really rapid rotation that just kind of fizzled quick. But that's one of the more impressive couplets that I've seen on radar today as it passed through Glenwood and Amity. We're going to keep taking that serious. This storm could be just going through a cycle process. If you're in Malvern, you don't need to be sheltered. This does not include Malvern. This includes far, extreme western sections of Hot Spring County. Wendy, where are you located? You're saying the circulation is gnarly. Watching it live, trying to drop a tornado. Yes, if you're in Garland County, you need to be sheltered. Mountain Pine, Royal, areas west of Hot Springs, off, 270 that runs from Hot Springs to Mount Ida. You certainly need to be sheltered. Sandy, no. There's no severe weather risk, no tornado risk in northwest Arkansas. Oh, I see her. I thought you meant you were actually looking at it. I see. Okay. Yeah, I knew he was up there on that storm, but last I checked, you couldn't really see a whole lot on his feed. Yeah. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. Yeah, it looked like the Cave City storm has kind of dwindled a little bit. They still have the warning up, but the severe thunderstorm warning looks like it's going to replace it. The warning in Cave City expires in 1 minute. So we'll see how long that persists. But I think they're going to let the severe thunderstorm warning overtake the warning, the tornado warning, and encompass there from Cherokee Village down to Cave City. We have severe thunderstorms ongoing in Texarkana, soon to be Hope, soon to be Arkadelphia, Hot Springs, obviously, Little Rock, Benton, Malvern. You're up next. We have severe thunderstorms to your west-southwest headed in soon. So I had somebody comment from Glenwood. If you're in Glenwood, you had a circulation pass very, very close to you right here, but it has now moved off to the east. I would stay in that shelter, though, for a few more minutes. Let it move past you. No, Russellville's good. Dalton, you're asking about Russellville. You're good to go. The worst of it is past you to the east. Not heading toward Conway. No. Oh, you're talking about this storm. I thought you meant the Independence County storm. Yeah. So this bunch of storms has like an easterly, northeasterly component to it. So eventually this complex is going to impact areas in central Arkansas like Little Rock, Maumelle, Mayflower, Alexander, Benton, up to Conway. I don't know exactly how it evolves from Glenwood up to Hot Springs and northeast. So we'll just have to watch that as it moves east. I think they're going to let the warning expire in Cave City. Excuse me. They still have it up as of 7:28 p.m. And I would venture to guess they are going to let that expire and go away and just keep the severe thunderstorm warning up there for Sharp County. Paris is fine. Yep. It's a good time for a reset before we talk about our warning more. Folks, if you live west of this line, your tornado risk for the night is pretty much over. Okay? That's a pretty good chunk of the state. If you live in Mountain Home, Clarksville, Russellville, Danville, Waldron, Fort Smith, Greenwood, Fayetteville, Springdale, Clarksville, Mena, Wicks, DeQueen, you're good to go. If you live west of the line, if you live east of the line, towards Little Rock, Searcy, Beebe, Newport, Jonesboro, Paragould, Pine Bluff, and so on, you still have storms to deal with, so can't give you an all clear. We do have one tornado warning in the state. They canceled our Northeast Arkansas Cave City tornado warning. So the only tornado warning that we are dealing with now is the one that is moving into western sections of Hot Spring and southwestern sections of Garland County. It does include Mountain Pine. It includes Royal. It includes Crystal Springs, 227, the Highway 70 interchange. It includes Percy. It includes Rockwell. It includes Piney, western sections of Hot Springs, and it does include Mountain Pine. No. Josh, there's no tornado warning in Cave City right now. They've canceled that tornado warning. Brianna, the tornado sirens in Batesville are likely due to the warning that we had a few moments ago for northern Independence County. There's no tornado warning in Batesville right now. The only tornado warning in the state is this polygon here from Amity and Glenwood up to Mountain Pine. It's the only tornado warning in the state for now. Chris, I think the circulation has weaned off some compared to what it was like earlier. When it passed between Glenwood and Amity, it was very strong, the circulation that is. It looks like now it's kind of phased out. I wonder if the storm is maybe going through a cycle process. But that storm certainly looked like it hit like some rocket fuel for a second. And it's a strong storm. If you live in Hot Springs, Rockwell, Lake Hamilton's not in the polygon, the warning polygon that is. This storm itself is strong. They have a severe thunderstorm warning that goes, all the way up to eastern sections of Yale County, Casa. So we've got severe thunderstorm warnings from Casa that goes down to Lonsdale. It includes Hot Springs Village. It does include Hot Springs, Lake Hamilton. That's the severe thunderstorm warning, though, not the tornado warning, the yellow polygon. So regardless, if you live in Hot Springs or near Hot Springs, you're about to encounter strong thunderstorms within the next 20 minutes. Unfortunately, there just could be an embedded circulation as well that producing a tornado. I haven't talked about Texarkana or this area in quite a while. I'll just do a quick update for you guys. Strong thunderstorms are passing through Texarkana now and most of Miller County down to Fouke. This will eventually impact Hempstead County, Lafayette County, Columbia County, and so on. So just giving you a heads up for you folks in Southwest Arkansas, no tornado warnings for now, but strong thunderstorms are passing through. There's nothing in Mount Ida. You're good if you're in Mount Ida. Obviously, we've got southeastern Montgomery County included, but if you're in Mount Ida and the sirens are going off, the storms are passing well to your east. Looks like they canceled the warning too, so we are tornado warning free as of 7:33 p.m. So that was pretty short-lived on that circulation between Glenwood and Amity. Yeah, so guys, I'm getting a lot of more, is so-and-so good comments. This is a good time to reset because we don't have any tornado warnings. So if you're watching this, give me just a second and I'll try to kind of set this up for you. Folks, so far, we've been fairly lucky. We've had numerous tornado warnings. I don't know if we've had any tornado warning or like actual tornadoes. I'm sure we've had a few. It looks like we did have one for sure near Batesville earlier, northwest of Batesville, per Reed Timmer. But so far, sort of so good. I guess it could be worse. We have a strong line or broken line of storms passing east now through Arkansas. The worst of the storms, in my opinion, are here in southwest Arkansas and west central Arkansas here, moving into central. So Little Rock, Conway, Benton, Malvern, Arkadelphia, maybe Camden, Stuttgart, Jacksonville, Cabot, Searcy, and eventually Conway, you still have thunderstorms to deal with. Jonesboro, Paragould, Batesville, maybe as far east as Forest City, parts of Clay County, up in northeast Arkansas, you also have thunderstorms to your west that you're going to deal with. I don't think that the tornado risk is as high as we once thought it could be, but there is still a tornado risk if you live in the areas that I just talked about. So central, south central Arkansas, northeast Arkansas. For reference sake, looking at this line, if you live west of the line, so if you live in Mena, if you live in Fort Smith, if you live in northwest Arkansas, Harrison, if you live in Russellville, Clarksville, Ozark, I could name every city in western Arkansas behind that line. You should be good to go. There might be some hail at times, maybe. I doubt it. It looks like the bulk of the activity is pushing off to the east, and that's really it. If you live east of this line, in the areas we just talked about, in central, south central, and eastern Arkansas, I cannot give you an all clear. I've had a lot of people in Jonesboro and Cabot and Searcy and whatnot asking me, hey, are we good to go? I'm sorry, but I can't give you an all clear right now. We still have a lot of thunderstorms to deal with through the next few hours. So hopefully that settles any questions you might have. We're tornado warning free as of 7:37 p.m. I need to go use the restroom real quick because I've been sitting here for a few hours. I'm going to go do that, and I will be back in just a second. Ronnie, the reason why I haven't been chasing the last few days is because I switched this spring to doing more coverage from the house. I don't do storm chasing in Arkansas like I used to. I made the decision to switch over to just forecasting and weather coverage. More of just a weatherman these days than a storm chaser. I call it my dad job. So, sorry folks, had to go use the restroom real quick. A brief intermission. We just went over a reset, and right now we don't have any tornado warnings. It's 7:42 p.m. I am so thankful that we don't have any tornado warnings right now. Is somebody trolling me in my comments? Y'all are getting after somebody in my comments. What's going on? Y'all be nice. Somebody may not be the worst weather reporter I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. We covered the Cave City storm in depth. Be nice, Donna. Lord. Y'all be nice to her. We've had a lot of severe weather lately. People are really uptight right now. She's probably a nice person. She's just a little upset. So, looking at everything from afar, we don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings in northern Arkansas. We don't have anything in western Arkansas, which is to be expected. Central Arkansas, we do have severe thunderstorm warnings. So if you live in Little Rock, it's probably getting pretty noisy. We have strong thunderstorms moving towards Conway, Morrilton, so parts of Faulkner and Conway counties. I think the tornado risk with this right now isn't real high. We don't have any warnings, so that's good. It does look like we might have something trying to form there southwest of Hot Springs. So we'll watch that. But we have severe thunderstorms in general moving into Rockwell, Mountain Pine, Hot Springs, Lake Hamilton, and Fountain Lake. So a large chunk of Garland County is going to be impacted by strong thunderstorms. And it did look like there might be a little something there. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they're just west of Rockwell. We had a tornado warning in this area just a few moments ago. And this severe thunderstorm warnings go all the way down to Okalana, Amity, Glenwood, Caddo Valley, Arkadelphia, Gum Springs. And then we have additional warnings that have now been issued all the way down into Columbia County. So all the way down to Magnolia, Spring Hill, Louisiana, Stamp, so in Lafayette County. And to me, these storms look like they pose more of a wind damage risk. You can see these little bowing segments that are sticking out here in Miller County, near Texarkana, south of Falk. So if you live in Lafayette, if you live in Columbia, if you live areas south of Prescott, if you live near Hope, you're going to have strong thunderstorms moving in. Zachary Hall is an insanely nice human. Thank you. Guys, I try not to get too fired up about people trolling me in the comments because sometimes people say things that I really feel like they don't mean or maybe they don't understand. There's no reason me getting riled up. Usually you guys take care of it anyways. So Sherwood, for now, that's close to Little Rock. We have a lot of storms to our west that we're dealing with. So, we have to deal with that. I can't give you an all clear. And it's tough, guys. I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for me, but I'm not like news stations where I have a region to cover, like a specific coverage area, like Region 8 in Northeast Arkansas, KFSM Channel 5 in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. I do all 75 counties. So when we have a tornado warnings like we did on Wednesday and they're all over the state, I do my best, but it's hard. Like, I'll admit, it's tough. Yeah, Arkadelphia, you've got some stronger thunderstorms to your west moving in. And it'll be there soon. Same with Hope, Prescott, Gurdon, Malvern, Benton, Haskell, Alexander, Little Rock, Mayflower, Conway. You're about to get your turn of the severe thunderstorms moving in from the west. Hopefully we just remain dealing with this and no tornado warnings. I went and got some olives. And I'm sorry if it sounds weird because I'm eating by my mic. That would drive me crazy. If you need to mute me, I understand. I won't judge you at all. The storms up in North Arkansas, we don't have a whole lot of severe thunderstorm warnings up here. We did have a tornado warning earlier in Sharp County and parts of northern Independence County and eastern Stone and Izard counties. And Reed Timmer had a photo posted on his Facebook. What looked like a tornado northwest of Batesville, so we'll see if they have anything confirmed off of that. But really not a ton of action going on up here as far as warnings go. Need some Zachary Hall merch. We used to do merchandise quite a bit. I need to talk to my wife and get some more merch. Maybe some hats and some hoodies and stuff, shirts. I want to get me a polo made with my logo on it. I don't know why I don't have any. Speak of the devil. I was just talking about you. Somebody asked about merchandise, said we should get more merchandise. I know. It's not easy to do, but... Yeah, no, I'm live.
No, I meant the dress.
Oh, no, it's not. You're good. Oh, okay. Kyla, I don't know. I'm a little curious to see how the National Weather Service handles the downstream environment here when it comes to tornado watches and expiration times. Really, so far so good. I'm just thrilled with how things have evolved so far. Hopefully it'll stay this way through the rest of the evening. We'll probably end up having a few more tornado warnings. I typically don't. What do you need to do to take cover but you're live streaming? We have a safe spot here in the house that we go to. Haven't had to do that yet, so. I mean, there's no reason to be terrified in Rogers, I promise. You're good there. No tornado risk. NWA is okay. Someone else just asked about Northwest Arkansas. Is 270 between Hot Springs and Malvern going to get bad, or can I start the grill? I would hold off on the grill for right now, brother, because it is nasty on 270 west of Hot Springs. I would give it about an hour or two. No, I do not think they will extend the tornado watch in Sebastian County. I think they will cancel it. If they don't cancel it early, they definitely won't extend it. I don't think there's any need for a new one. Yeah, so if you live in Hot Springs Village, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. But that's certainly up to you if you want to take shelter. My 3-year-old needs some cheddar bunnies, if you can't tell. Hot Springs Village is located in a warning right now. It's a severe thunderstorm warning. There is no tornado warning. So, I see. Okay. When will Malvern get hit? Someone asked. Soon. Yeah, if you're in Malvern here, in Hot Spring County, Malvern, Midway, Magnet Cove, you have storms to your west. Headed east now, so. Kate's in Redfield and Jefferson County. Those storms probably won't reach you for a little while. It might be over an hour or so, an hour or two before this line swings to the east into Jefferson County. Cheddar bunnies are important. If you couldn't tell, my 3-year-old is not very patient with us, so. What time should we be concerned in Wynn? Well, if you're in Wynn, we still have quite a while before storms get there. It's going to be a little bit before they make it to you. It's almost 8 o'clock now. It might not be until 9:30 or 10. I might be exaggerating that a little bit, but it's going to be a little while. I mean, they haven't even made it to Little Rock yet. Storming in Bismarck right now. Severe thunderstorm, but this is moving off to the east now. The worst of it's about to be past you. Guys, if you're in Benton, if you're in central Arkansas, anywhere near Little Rock right now and you haven't had storms yet, you're about to. Sheridan, Malvern, England, Lone Oak, Cabot, Beebe, Valonia, Conway, Jacksonville, Little Rock. You have storms to your west now, so it'll be on you soon. It's almost 8 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, everyone should be in on the action. And then, of course, we have severe thunderstorms that swing all the way into Magnolia, southwest parts of south central Arkansas. What is Falk looking like? Stormy. Just talking about this area. If you're in Falk right now, it is come a storm. A large part of Miller County from Texarkana south. Strong storms moving through with strong wind potential, I think, is the biggest concern. And they also have it warned out well to the south into Lafayette, Columbia, areas near Ralston and Willisville. So, could be some stronger wind gusts moving through that part of the state. Folks, I'm not ready to call this a bust, but I can tell you right now, we have trended far better than I thought we would tonight. And I am so unbelievably thankful that it has went that way. I know we're dealing with storms. I know they're strong. I know it's not fun. We've probably had a few tornadoes today, but the ceiling for today was much higher than what has happened thus far. We still have some time to go. I'm not trying to scare anyone if you live in Little Rock or east of Little Rock. You know, things can evolve quickly, but I'm thankful with how things have went thus far. If it maintains that way for the rest of the night, I will be tickled to death because our state has been through the absolute ringer. It looks like the reason why we didn't have very many warm sector supercells that formed in central Arkansas ahead of the main line was due to some subsidence in the atmosphere that sort of helped suppress those storms, those supercells that tried to form from maturing, which I think saved us. Small fickle things can change the world when it comes to severe weather. A new severe thunderstorm warning was just issued, and this does go out into Saline County, so up to Benton. Doesn't quite include Salem or East End, but Haskell, Traskwood, Lonsdale, over to Malvern, Midway. And this is once again for strong wind potential, lots of rain, plenty of lightning, and maybe some hail. Mountain Home is good. Mountain Home is good to go. Out of olives. And I've been sick today, and I was really worried that I would be super sick on stream, but I'm feeling better now that I've drank this body armor. Thank you. I appreciate it. Haley Kelman and I are your biggest fans. Well, thank you, Mally. I appreciate that. No. Just thunderstorms in Hot Spring County right now. We don't have any tornado warnings. Is Heber safe for the night? Are you talking about Heber Springs? You have some storms to your west moving in now. I don't think the tornado risk with those storms is very high. I don't know. I don't think they will extend the tornado watch in Faulkner County past 9 because we have storms moving in now in Faulkner County. And once these storms pass through, I think we'll be good to go. I'm going to check my social media real quick. And, yeah, I can do that for you. So somebody asked, can I draw a line for people who I think are clear? If you live west of this line, you're good tonight. So Russellville, Mena, Wicks, Poto, Fort Smith, Springdale, Fayetteville, Bentonville, Mountain Home, Harrison, Clarksville, Ozark, Alma, Van Buren, Greenwood, Boonville, Paris, Clinton, and go on and on. You're good to go. That doesn't mean you won't have any thunderstorm activity tonight, but as far as like the concern for tornadoes or widespread significant severe weather, I think you're good to go. We're watching this part of the state now through the next few hours. Southeast Arkansas might miss some of this due to the way the system is orientated, but central Arkansas, northeast Arkansas, parts of south central and eastern Arkansas still has thunderstorms to deal with. There is a tornado risk tomorrow. I'll go over that with you right now. I don't know how much I will be live tomorrow. I have a funeral at 10 a.m. in the morning. My great aunt passed away, Naomi, unfortunately, and her funeral is tomorrow morning. We have a severe weather risk tomorrow, and I'll show that to you now. We don't have any tornado warnings active right now, so I'm not just goofing off, but the severe weather risk tomorrow is mainly confined to eastern and southeastern Arkansas, parts of central too. I haven't looked at a whole lot of data for tomorrow because I've been so swept up by today and yesterday. The tornado risk per the National Weather Service is highest in far southern Arkansas, so like Monticello, El Dorado, Magnolia, Lake Village, parts of like Calhoun County, Ashley County, Chico County, Union County, Desha County, that part of the state. The tornado risk does expand up to Little Rock, Pine Bluff, and Jonesboro, but it's a lower risk, whereas I think the risk is a little bit more appreciable here in southern Arkansas. I don't think this is just an unbelievably substantial risk, but famous last words, right? We'll see what happens tomorrow. I can show you guys, we can look at the highest resolution data available, and it will show you kind of what to expect here over the next few hours and into tomorrow morning. Let's just go with the 23Z data. So this is right now. Storms are going to continue east. This is a simulated radar product showing you what the radar might look like here through the next couple of hours. So this is at 11 p.m. tonight. I feel like storms might be a little bit more progressive, but this continues through the evening hours. These storms kind of just train and move off to the east. So by 6 a.m. tomorrow, the main wave we're dealing with now should be well east of Arkansas. But look what's looming to the southwest. A lot of rain and a lot more thunderstorms. And this is going to move into Arkansas, and it's going to be heavy. It's going to be nasty. We're going to be dealing with widespread showers, thunderstorms, and the severe weather risk is most notable here. See the instability? That's the thunderstorm fuel, the yellow and green shadings. In southeast Arkansas, we just looked at the tornado risk, and that's where it matches there in far southeast Arkansas. So, unfortunately, if we do have severe weather tomorrow, I might not be able to be live like I normally am due to unforeseen circumstances with a funeral, but I'll have updates on my phone published if necessary. But tomorrow looks like another gross day. And I do want to let you know that it is possible that some of Arkansas does deal with some frozen precipitation on Sunday morning. So maybe some snow, sleet mix in northwest Arkansas as this system exits. It's going to be cooler on the backside of this system. This is on Sunday at 1 p.m. We could be dealing with temperatures in the 30s, temperatures in the 40s, maybe some 50s by mid-afternoon. So much colder than what we've been dealing with. I know, Arkansas is ridiculous. I know. We have a new tornado warning, so we'll go ahead and discuss that now. It is down near Texarkana. We have a hail core just east of Texarkana to deal with as well. Let me switch out of Shreveport and we'll look at that together. It looks like the circulation is east of Texarkana. So if the sirens are going off in Texarkana, I think the circulation is east of you, and it is. The circulation is right there, so just west of Garland. So this warning goes all the way out. It does include the city of Hope. It includes the city of Perrytown, Emmett, Oak Haven. So a large part of Hempstead County, northern sections of Miller County, and a small sliver of Lafayette County. Let's pull out the map real quick, and we'll go over some more specifics. It's starting to storm again here at my house. So the circulation is just east of Texarkana, near what I would consider it to be near is the 296 and Highway 82 interchange. And this does include Spring Hill. It includes Hope. It includes Dooley, the community of Dooley. It includes the communities of Patmos. If you live on Highway 29, so if you go out of Hope south and you go on Highway 29, it'll take you over to Spring Hill. It'll take you to Patmos. I think that's how you say it, Patmos or Patmos. You are under a tornado warning and you should take shelter immediately. And this does include Emmett as well. The warning does include a small sliver of Hempstead County, so if the sirens are going off in Prescott or Bodcall or Roston, you're not under a tornado warning yet, but it does include parts of your county. And once again, if the sirens are going off in Texarkana, I know it's probably storming like crazy there. It's scary. The circulation is to your east now. The circulation is here. And it's pretty strong. This is another strong bout of circulation that we're dealing with here. My phone's about to die. Shana, a lot of people haven't had storms yet in central Arkansas, so I'm still kind of waiting to see what happens. But this is the circulation that we're dealing with, guys. Right here, I'll have it circled so we can kind of look downstream. But there's the circulation. There's where the tornado would be. It does include the city of Hope, Patmos, Perrytown, Oak Haven, Emmett, the community of Spring Hill. So parts of Miller, Lafayette, Nevada, and Hempstead counties. Yes, Mansfield is good for tonight. Guys, I just updated on a lot of the areas we're talking about in the comments. I'll do it here in a little bit whenever we can get off this tornado warning. I'm doing the same updates over and over and over because people are hopping in and out of the stream. I want to make sure these people down here know what to expect with this tornado warning. This is the only tornado warning in the state. Southwest Arkansas is dealing with what I would say is some of the stronger storms thus far. We do have some here near Little Rock as well. Hot Springs up to Conway. We have severe thunderstorms from Conway all the way to Arkadelphia. And some stronger storms in northeast Arkansas too, but no warnings as of 8 o'clock. But we do have a warning here in southwest Arkansas. We'll have to switch to Shreveport if we want to look at this circulation. It's too far at Little Rock. That last scan doesn't look as impressive as it did just a second ago. You guys saw that. Look at the circulation here. Right there. Right there. I'll circle it so you can see. Right there. Between Texarkana and Garland is where that circulation is located. And that's been the theme today. Some of these storms will start to spin up, rotate, they spark a tornado warning. The circulations just aren't very long-lived, which is just a great thing. But I wouldn't be surprised if that produced a brief tornado just now. Kind of like the one earlier near Glenwood and Amity. Nonetheless, though, if you are in this section of the state, all the way from McCaskill to Prescott, Roston, Willisville, Magnolia, Waldo, you've got strong storms moving in on you now over the next 30 to 45 minutes. And we do have the tornado warning here as well. I don't have any confirmation of this being on the ground. He said it was on the ground briefly. Okay. Well, Brad's a friend of mine. Spoke with him the other night. Oh, wow. I think I just saw. I'm watching a stream right now for this tornado warning storm. If you give me just a second. Wow. This storm had a really big wall cloud, it looks like, as it passed through this area. Brad is a friend of mine. He's a storm chaser. And said that he, it looks like, saw what looks like a brief tornado touchdown with this storm. And judging by the circulation, whenever it passed earlier between Texarkana and Garland, it makes sense. Big lightning strikes too, man. Some of the lightning in these storms are insane, guys. Yeah, no, it's definitely dissipated. We just talked about it. We'll see though. This thing could spin right back up. It was strongest here between Garland and Texarkana, right there. But it could be going through a cycle. So if you're in Hope or Perrytown, Oak Haven, or Emmett, would certainly recommend that you're sheltered. But like I said earlier, regardless if you see a tornado or not, you've got strong thunderstorms moving in now. Garland up to Hope, Oak Haven, Emmett, Patmos, and so on. And that includes a large chunk of southwest Arkansas. Unfortunately, I cannot clear Batesville. So Trent says, what's your opinion on the lackluster of supercells today? I think we had some subsidence in the atmosphere that suppressed updrafts, and that caused the supercells from maturing properly earlier, or else we would have been in big trouble. Marcus, I'll have to do it in just a minute, man. I just did that a couple seconds ago, and I've got a tornado warning on the ground. So, or excuse me, I don't know if it's on the ground now, but I've got a tornado warning that I've got to cover here. No, this one is not coming towards Magnolia, but you do have severe thunderstorm warnings in Magnolia now due to the storms to your southwest. But the tornado warning storm is moving more towards Spring Hill, Hope, Oak Haven, Perrytown, and Emmett. So Hempstead County and parts of Nevada County. And this is the only tornado warning in Arkansas right now. So to give an all clear for people, this is the all clear that you've been looking for. If you live west of this line, you are good to go. So from Fort Smith up to northwest Arkansas, Mountain Home, Harrison, Russellville, Clarksville, Alma, Mena, Glenwood, DeQueen, and so on, you're good to go. We've got storms moving into central, south central, and eastern Arkansas now. So hopefully we can get the all clear on this pretty soon. I think the tornado risk has went down significantly compared to what we thought, judging by how storms are evolving now, but it's not zero. As you can see, we have a tornado warning right now in southwest Arkansas. So no, does not look clear for the night. Northeast Arkansas, we'll still have storms likely into the night and overnight hours. trying to get. I just saw a report from Jordan Hall, who is a storm chaser, and he is stating that a lot of the storms here in Southwest Arkansas, he's down here, are called. He's calling them scud bombs, and what that is a lot of times storms. They'll produce large amounts of scud, which can look really scary. They can look like tornadoes, a lot of low-level moisture, and it will trick people into thinking there's tornadoes. It happens all the time. In the storm chasing world, they call them sheriff-nados because the local sheriff is said to see it, and he'll report it as a tornado, thinking it was a tornado, but it really wasn't, out of good faith, not doing it on purpose. But so I'm wondering if maybe we've had a few of those tonight, because I've had reports in other parts of Southwest Arkansas of people saying they've seen lowerings and stuff like that. But the circulation here that was warned was certainly strong. Looks like it might be picking back up here near Patmos. I wonder if they'll adjust the polygon some. It almost looks like the circulation did a little bit of a handoff there. It was strong between Texarkana and Garland. And then as it moved off to the east, it looks like it's handed off there north of Garland now, just west of Patmos. If you're in Patmos, you need to be sheltered, along with Hope. Really strong storms moving in. I don't get frustrated by the questions. I'm not dumb. I know that people watch this stream and then get off and watch another stream and watch their news channel that they like, and they hop back in and out. So some people will ask the same question that the person right before them asked. Like, it doesn't bother me. I don't care. If I see the question and I can answer it. Like right now, we just got another question from Haley about Jonesboro. I've answered it a couple times. She might have just now got on here, but I'm happy to answer because she's obviously concerned. Haley says, what's going to happen up near Jonesboro tonight, and when will we be safe? Jonesboro's been hit a lot lately, so a lot of people out there are nervous about tonight, and I get it. Haley, if you're in Jonesboro, you've got thunderstorms to your west now, so some of them are strong too. We don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings. I think the tornado risk isn't as high as we once thought, but storms will be moving into northeast Arkansas here within the next hour or two. It'll likely be noisy. You'll have a lot of lightning, rain, maybe some hail and wind, but I think the tornado risk is lower than what we thought it could be. It's not zero, but it's not real high anymore. Hopefully that answers your question and answers the question for a lot of those of you in northeast Arkansas near Jonesboro, central Arkansas, and so on. We only have one tornado warning in the state, and it's for this storm here in southwest Arkansas. If you're in Greenbrier, the storms are moving in on you now, so they should be there pretty soon, and once those storms pass, you should be fine. The storm near Hope that has the tornado warning on it might also have a hail core. Oof, man. It does look like there still might be a circulation there west of Patmos. Right there. So it'll be interesting to see how the National Weather Service handles that. Would you consider today to be a bust, or do you think you could still end up an outbreak? I mean, a bust compared to what the original expectations were so far? Yeah, definitely. We'll see what happens the rest of the night, though. Sorry, guys. My chair's really noisy. Guys, I will be right back. I apologize, everyone. I had to take a quick break. I'm starting to get sick. I've been sick all day. Man, I am struggling right now. If I hop off again like that, that's why I'm not just ignoring you guys. Man. So we still have a tornado warning here near Hope. Looks like our circulation is here near Patmos now. So if you live south of Hope near Patmos, you should be sheltered. If you live anywhere southeast of Hope, you should be sheltered. It's the only tornado warning in the state too as well. So just so everyone knows. My son. Him and his brother in the next room over. And it's hard to see anything as far as debris tracker goes. This is about to cross. It looks like Highway 29. Yeah, here's the circulation here. Near Patmos. So just west of it. So it looks like it's about to or has just crossed Highway 29 near Spring Hill. It's close to Spring Hill. And is going to move toward Chever Springs, Highway 32, Highway 278 near Centerville, or Azor. Azor might be too far southeast, but it'll be close. Nonetheless, if you live in southeastern Hempstead County or western sections of Nevada County near Emmett or northwest of Botcall, you should be sheltered. The line of storms that we're dealing with tonight look like they're starting to stall a little bit. They're still moving east, but the forward movement is pretty slow. That's why the flooding risk tonight is so high. And I think as we have more storms develop late tonight into early tomorrow morning that move across the state once again, the flooding risk will just continue to go up. Very, very dangerous flooding risk with this system. We should clear out by Sunday, but judging by how today has went and the lack of tornado problems we've had, it seems like flooding is turning into the biggest concern, which admittedly, flooding I feel like kills so many people unnecessarily. Thank you so much. And take some nausea medicine, guys. I am on the struggle bus right now. It's horrible. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I do want to mention the severe thunderstorm warnings. I know people are probably curious about it. The severe thunderstorm warnings do extend up to Conway. Those could probably be canceled, if we're being honest. And the severe thunderstorm warnings, too, by Hot Springs Village and Hot Springs. That goes all the way down here to Hope and then eventually Spring Hill and Magnolia. I feel like the tornado risk has gone down substantially. And you know, if you live in Little Rock or around Little Rock, we've got some storms that we have to watch. But the way things are evolving, this looks just more like a slow-moving line of storms, to be honest. Maybe some wind at times. It's probably pretty noisy. There could be some intermittent moments of hail, probably smaller hail. But I don't feel like the tornado risk is as high right now as we once thought it would be. My timing window to watch was 2 to 10 p.m., and it's almost 8:30. So I feel pretty good about where we are right now. We've got to get rid of this tornado warning here near Hope. Certainly don't want to ignore anyone here because they're dealing with it. And it's still there. They're just south of Hope. Yeah. If you're in Hope right now, you need to be sheltered. The circulation might pass you to the south. If you live in western sections of Nevada County, near Bodcall, you're not under a warning yet. But I'm curious to see if they expand the polygon out a little bit, if the circulation here persists south of Hope. No, I don't think this will track into, well, it might. If this storm does persist, I could see, this is more easterly. I would think it would stay south of Arkadelphia if it was to magically, I don't know if this thing's going to persist for real long. I've got to sit back in my chair and get comfortable or something. Rustin, if you're in Benton and Bryant, you have storms moving in soon. Once they pass through, you're good to go. Yeah, some of these storms are, I mean, I know that we haven't had a lot of tornado problems today, but these storms are wicked, man. The amount of lightning, there's so much storm fuel for these storms to just suck up. I do not use Radar Omega. I use Radar Scope. No, you're not in a warning in Piney and not in a tornado warning. And it looks like the severe thunderstorm warning includes Mountain Pine, Hot Springs, Rockwell, Lake Hamilton, and the Village. That goes all the way out to Lonsdale, Haskell, Benton. And then there's a tornado warning up here by Perryville, Perry, Bigelow, Conway. This is the only tornado warning in the state. Due to this circulation here, south of Hope, right there. Yeah. This chair is pretty comfy. I'm like I said earlier, I've been having stomach problems today, and I'm just so nauseous. I'll sleep good tonight for sure. I haven't slept much the last week. This warning goes until for another 18 minutes. The National Weather Service actually has a confirmed tag on this too. That was at 8:23. So we need to treat this as a confirmed tornado per the National Weather Service. I don't know if it's still on the ground. I think right here it certainly might have been when it's just northwest of Patmos as it crossed the highway there south of Hope. But if you live south of Hope, looks like they've went ahead and issued the warning out quite a ways too, so we'll go over that. Let's look at it from Little Rock. So we have a new tornado warning. That includes a large section of Nevada County, Hempstead County. It goes out for Prescott, Blevins, Ozanne, Washington, McCaskill, Reeder. It doesn't include Willisville, Roston, or Cale, but it does include Bodcall. It's nearly impossible to see something on that. Yale County's good. Yale County's good to go for the night. But if you live in Prescott, Emmett, Oak Haven, it's over you now in Hope. I think the circulation is south of town, but if you're in Hope, I would definitely be sheltered. Unfortunately, we're kind of entering no man's land as far as radar coverage. It's so frustrating. So we're going to have to do some guessing. horrible, man. Folks, if you're in Conway, you're good to go. The activity's passed. You've got storms moving through now. You're good to go. The bulk of the tornado issues, if we have any, is probably going to be confined to down here by now, judging by how this is unfolding up here. Doesn't mean we can't have any tornado warnings or anything like that, but it's just not evolving that way up there. There could be some hail in this storm too between Hope and Bodcall. Candace, yeah, Yale County's good. I was responding to you earlier. You're good. Yeah, Pike County's good. Storms are moving off to the east. Springdale, there's no severe weather risk in northwest Arkansas. I don't want to show the future radar stuff right now. I would prefer to focus on the tornado warning polygon. When this gets canceled, we can check it. Texarkana's good. The storms are moving off to the east now. Once the storms really pass your location, should be good to go as far as tornadoes go. There's no tornado in Batesville right now. I don't know. Maybe that was an old comment or something. There's storms moving into Batesville right now, but I don't have anything for tornadoes in Batesville. Just strong storms. The National Weather Service has this listed. Not anymore. They did. They had it listed as a confirmed tornado when it was near Hope. It is now listed as a radar indicated rotation for parts of northern Nevada County, a large part of Hempstead County. I'll read you the text from the service, for the National Weather Service. A severe thunderstorm was capable of producing a tornado, producing near Hope, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour, and the hazards are tornadoes and $half size hail. And this is for eastern Hempstead County and Nevada County. Does not include Willisville or Ralston, but it does include Prescott, Reeder, and areas north of Cale. And the polygon also includes Ozan, Washington, Blevins, and McCaskill. Ashton, I'm not real thrilled about the tornado risk. I think it's gone down quite a bit in northeast Arkansas. It's not zero, but I don't think it's as apparent as it once was. So we'll see what the rest of the night holds. I can't clear you until storms get to you, though. It's just unfortunate. But, if you live east of this line, outside of southeast Arkansas, where storms might just kind of miss the area. But if you live east of this line, through this area, I can't say, oh, you're all clear, you're good to go, because storms haven't made it to you yet. And we've kind of seen these storms. Some storms, have produced severe thunderstorm warnings. Some have tornado warnings. Saline County's under a severe thunderstorm warning. Josh, storms are moving in now. No tornado warnings at this time. Just strong storms with quite a bit of wind, probably. Guys, I see the super chats on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I just don't feel comfortable talking about it during tornado warnings because I don't want anyone thinking that I'm doing this trying to get money sent in. But I do see it. Thank you so much for donating. I think the stars thing on Facebook is awesome too. I appreciate you guys. This is the only tornado warning that we have though. It's 8:30. I mean, they've canceled the severe thunderstorm warnings north of Little Rock, which is a good sign. I feel like the storms north of Little Rock up to Jonesboro and Paragould, while they might be noisy at times and strong, I think the tornado risk is fairly low. The storms south of Little Rock, towards East End, down to Camden, Fordyce, Rising, Pine Bluff, and Arkadelphia, might have a little bit more of a window for tornadoes or severe thunderstorms, and that's kind of what we've seen now. Seems like the bulk of our problems today have been down here in southwest Arkansas. So, and I have been in and out today. I'm sorry, I've been sick, but I'm doing okay now. Took some medication, feeling better. Thank you for asking. This warning goes until, 55 minutes. So, a long time. We'll see how long the National Weather Service holds on to it. Oh, somebody just sent me hate mail. Oh, man, that means it's spelled wrong on Facebook, too. Dadgummit. No, it's not misspelled wrong. Apparently, I have my stream on YouTube listed as Arkansas Tornado, not Arkansas Tornado coverage. Somebody just sent me a message. Gary Lynn saying, "Come on, dude, learn to spell." Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that. It's been a long few days, guys. Thanks, Gary. I know you're being kind of a smart aleck in the email, but I appreciate you letting me know. It's fixed. We have severe thunderstorms moving through Hot Springs now. Hot Springs Village, Rockwell, and Lake Hamilton. It's moving through now, and it will be east of you soon. The backside of the worst of it looks like near Glenwood now. Yeah, it's all good. I don't care. I'm not a news channel, so if people send me the hate mail, I don't care. I didn't notice it either until he sent me that email. Tornado coverage. I don't know why. Facebook's right. I don't know why YouTube is messed up. Really want everyone in Prescott and areas south of Prescott over to Bluff City, Reeder, Emmett, Perrytown to be sheltered in case there's something on the ground here. We're in a bad radar hole. So I want everyone to be sheltered, especially if you live in this area here, where the circulation is most likely to pass. You can't see a whole lot on radar, so it's unknown what really we have going on down in there. Summer, I'll look at it. New tornado warnings down in Texas. So that's to our southwest. We'll have to, I guess, watch that later. Unfortunately. I don't think so, Christy. I think the tornado risk tomorrow morning... the tornado risk tomorrow will be confined to southeast Arkansas for the most part. Not saying there's zero threat tomorrow morning in central and southern Arkansas. Kayla, yeah, you're good in Boone County. We only have one tornado warning in the entire state right now. Eric is in BB. You saw storms to your west. So Erica says, I heard Waldron got a tornado. Not the city of Waldron. There was a tornado warning in Scott County earlier. I don't know if there was ever a tornado out of it, but don't know if we have any tornadoes on the ground at all right now for those asking. No, Courtney. Not right now. Will, the storms are just kind of moving slow. They're almost like, looks like they've kind of stalled. They're not. They're still moving east, but they're kind of training over that southwest to northeast orientation right now. They're just not moving real fast. Chris, I have not heard of any damage near Waldron. I don't have any reports from anyone either. Eric, yeah, there was one earlier. There was a confirmed tornado earlier near Hope, but I don't think the latest tag from the National Weather Service had this as a radar indicated storm. According to Arkadelphia Police, there's a tornado on the ground in Hope. Why in the world would Arkadelphia Police be reporting a tornado in Hope? They might just be reporting what the National Weather Service said earlier. There was a report of a tornado south of Hope earlier, so. No, Megan, I think for the most part, they might extend it, but I don't know. Blake says, where are you located, Zach? I live near Fort Smith in western Arkansas. I'm ready to get rid of this tornado warning. I'm not doing so hot, guys. I've been pretty sick today, so if we can get rid of this tornado warning, I might hop off and only hop back on if like we have a dire situation that needs immediate attention. I'm not sure, Taylor. I'm not seeing a whole lot as far as circulation goes for this. I have a funeral to go to in the morning at 10 a.m. I haven't slept much this week. Hopefully I can get some good sleep tonight, get to feeling better before tomorrow. Unfortunately, we have severe weather tomorrow too, mainly in South Arkansas. Shelly, yeah, I was talking about East End earlier, just around Central Arkansas. We still have storms moving in from the west, so the tornado threat is not, to me, I don't feel like the tornado threat right now is high across most of the state. Maybe in southwest Arkansas is really the focal point. This up here, if it just does, none of this just screams tornadoes to me. It just doesn't look like a tornado producing system. Looks just like a rainmaker, really. Maybe some gusty winds at times. Once we get these tornado warnings canceled, I'll probably hop off, but I'm not hopping off until we get them canceled. This is a dangerous storm here near Prescott. I mean, it's worth the attention. Certainly one of the stronger storms we have on the board. Radar scope, don't do this, dude. Don't do this. Wait for my stuff to populate back up on radar scope. Yeah, I'm trying to get that to load. It's not wanting to load right now. My radar scope's acting up. My warnings aren't wanting to populate either. There's still tornado warning on this storm. It's just not showing up on the screen here. Sorry, folks. There is still a tornado warning for this storm near Prescott. I don't know why my radar scope's not loading. There we go. I got it to load. And I don't want to forget about the severe thunderstorm warning that goes all the way down. I feel like it's been up forever. All the way down into Columbia County, towards Taylor, Magnolia, Waldo, Stamps. No tornado warning. No. You're good in Russellville. You are good. Terriana, I can't guarantee that right now. That's a long ways out. I think the severe weather risk in that area is not as high tonight as it was on Wednesday, but you're still going to probably have storms late tonight. Madison County is fine. Yeah, nothing in Madison County of note. We do have a large severe thunderstorm warning complex that's close to the metro area for Little Rock. It's the bulk of the concern there is west of Little Rock, west of Maumelle, south of Perryville. Little Rock is going to have storms moving in relatively soon. Some are subsevere, some are not. And then we have severe thunderstorms here in southwest Arkansas. That includes Arkadelphia, Gurdon. I kind of wonder if the National Weather Service... I do think that parts of the warning are going to be expanded and the tornado warning might be dropped. So the tornado warning right now, it expires in 43 minutes. I highly doubt that they will allow that to keep going with this storm moving east into a severe thunderstorm warning polygon. So if you live in Gurdon, Wheeling Springs, if you live in Sparkman, if you live in Arkadelphia, Gum Springs, Caddo Valley, you have a strong storm headed your way. That does have a history of producing tornadoes. So, and it looks like we have more strong storms to the southwest here that are starting to fill in. Even a tornado warning down near Tyler, Texas. This activity will eventually filter to the east slowly with time. But this is our only tornado warning. Brittany, I think you're good in Mountain Pine. Yeah, I think the worst of it, you've got some storms that are filtering in now. I think the worst of it, though, is over for you. Yeah, Stevens is close to the other warning. Do we have another tornado warning? Looks like we do. I think they might have just issued a new tornado warning. Yeah, they did. So we got a new tornado warning for strong rotation. Good warning. Falk, it's on you. I need Falk to be sheltered now. Ooh, that's close. Wow. Watch this pass over Falk. Right there. We might have had a tornado or something close to a tornado just pass over Falk. This is in far southwest Arkansas in Miller County. Folks, if the sirens are going off in Texarkana, please understand that the circulation is south of Texarkana and is not moving into Texarkana. The warning goes out into Lafayette County, southern Hempstead County, and southern Nevada County. And then we also have the tornado warning up here near Prescott that's moving off to the northeast. So now we have 2 tornado warnings on the board. nothing going on in Greene County right now. Anything to worry about in Jonesboro? You'll have storms later tonight. Lower severe weather risk, I think. Not completely convinced that the downstream environment is extremely supportive for tornadoes, judging by how things are evolving up here. But I can't completely rule it out. Sounds like somebody just said that they extended the tornado watch, so I guess a precautionary. Let me pull that up real quick. We'll talk about it. I'm not surprised about it, but I get why they did it. I mean, we're dealing with tornado warnings right now, so there's a chance that we could deal with more. So the tornado watch is extended to 4 a.m. for a large part of Arkansas, from Texarkana through Camden, Pine Bluff, Little Rock, Searcy, and up to Jonesboro. So the county's shaded in yellow. If you do not live in a county shaded in yellow, then you will not have another tornado watch through the rest of the night. I don't think the tornado risk is exceptionally high, but it's not zero, like I've been saying all night. If you live east of the line of storms that we're dealing with, I can't give you an all clear because there's still an inherent tornado threat tonight. This doesn't look very tornado-y to me, just being honest, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. This down here looks more tornado-ish to me. That's why we've been having problems, is just the parameter space is a little bit better down here. I'm curious to know, anybody following from Falk, what that was like, because this circulation when it passed through Falk was strong. Right there. That happened fast. Hopefully we can get Arkadelphia in the clear here over the next couple of hours once this wave of storms moves through out of southwest Arkansas. We've got a circulation here between Falk and Garland. If you live in Garland, you need to be sheltered. I feel like this area's been picked on a lot today. There's still a polygon. The sirens are probably still going off in Hope, Blevins, Prescott. But that storm is about to move into Clark County and off towards Arkadelphia, Gurdon, Okalana, Willen Springs. And it's unknown if the warning will be continued, but I would think that it's not, given that they issued a downstream severe thunderstorm warning for this. Yeah, this system has slowed down a lot. This is why the flooding risk is so high tonight. This system is just slowed to a crawl and is just going to keep training over the same areas and the same areas and the same areas. And we're going to have more heavy storms and rainfall tomorrow with the severe risk across South Arkansas. Some more thunderstorms tomorrow. It's just like never ending, man. It looks like it's about to start storming at my house too, so I really hope I don't lose power. I don't think I will, so I think we'll be okay. Sorry for yawning. I'm exhausted. I watched that storm there. It looks like they've got a severe thunderstorm warning up for this as well. I don't think the tornado risk is extremely high with this. I think this is more of a hail threat. Moving towards Foreman, Winthrop, Horatio, DeQueen, Gillum, and Locksburg. I think your tornado concerns are going to be on the opposite side here of the easterly side. Still the only 2 tornado warnings we have on the board. Feels like they're moving so slow. That circulation is still there though between Falk and Garland. Right here. If you live in Garland, which is on the Miller and Lafayette County line, you should be sheltered. If you live west of Louisville, if you live in Louisville, if you live in Stamps, if you live in far southwestern Nevada County and far southern Hempstead County near Patmos, you should be sheltered as well. Summer, the tornado watch in Batesville goes until 4 a.m. Drew, I know Conway's watch got issued until 4, but I truly feel like that's a precautionary watch. I truly do. The bulk of the activity's pushing through now. Yes, I have ate food today. I've ate quite a bit today trying to settle my stomach. Once we can get these last few tornado warnings canceled, I'll probably hop off and go to bed. I just wanted to get through the worst of it today with you guys before hopping off. I've been pretty sick all day. It's been rough. I think the warning to the north, hoping will be, I don't know, dadgummit, man. This one definitely, I think, warrants the warning for sure, especially when it moved through Falk. I haven't seen any comments from people from Falk. Guys, the way that I go about this with people asking, can I go to bed? Can I go to bed? go to bed, but like just have a way to wake yourself up. Have a warning. You know, have your phone close to you. Have your phone on loud. Weather radios are good. Guys, right now we don't have anything going on in North Arkansas, Northeast Arkansas. We have strong storms, but I'm talking about warnings. You know, I've got people calling it, should we be up all night long in Batesville? No, I don't think that's necessary. It's storming in Batesville now. You've got some stuff to the west that's not even, I mean, this is just like rain showers with some thunder. The flooding risk is the biggest concern in this part of the state, to me. Between Little Rock up to Heber Springs, we hardly have, you know, we've got a little bit of activity going on, but nothing that's just jumps off the screen at me. Some thunder, some rainfall. This thing did not materialize like they expected. No, sir. No, it didn't. No, we have some subsidence in the warm sector that I think prohibited supercells from getting going, and then the line itself is messy. Thank God. I'm so thankful it has not been as bad as I thought it could be. It could have been real bad. People will complain, people will gripe, saying that we hyped it up, but those people, I really don't care what people say. I'm sorry your house wasn't destroyed. Those people have bigger issues to deal with. It happens every time. I've had people this week send me messages with nasty stuff because their house, like, they didn't get any severe weather, even though we've had violent tornadoes on a few occasions in the last month. So, just crazy. I feel confident in saying that this warning will likely expire, the one near Prescott, Emmett, Blevins, and Hope, as this storm moves off to the northeast. The warning to the southwest here near Garland and Stamps. I don't know how long they'll hold on to that either. I don't really know if I see a whole lot. There was a circulation earlier right here. It's moving off to the east. Might be some hail moving into far southwest Arkansas near Foreman and Winthrop. Yeah. Let's see here. It looks like we've got a new tornado warning. Well, it's really storming at my house, guys. Zachary's a savage. He's friends with Ron Vaughn. Ron's a good dude. Region 8. The king of Region 8. Ryan is a good guy. We talk a lot. I didn't see an extension of that warning, so I don't know. Maybe that was just an automatic update. Yeah. We have strong thunderstorms from Cabot all the way up through Heber Springs, Mountain View, over to Batesville, Cave City, Cherokee Village, and Pocahontas. Folks, this activity is moving off to the east. So if you live east of Little Rock, near Jonesboro, Truman, Mark Tree, Newport, those storms will eventually make it to you. Searcy, BB, if you live in Newport, those storms are eventually going to make it to you. The long track tornado threat I feel like has went down significantly. I think the biggest opportunity for a tornado would be something brief or like a spin up. Then we have strong storms from Little Rock through Hot Springs, down to Arkadelphia, Hope. And down towards Texarkana. Texarkana is not in the polygon, but the warning is down here near Falk and Garland. It looks like Falk has been excluded from the polygon. I need to switch back to Shreveport. Yeah, this has been rough today. This sickness. What a terrible day to be sick. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Christy, I think it's a precautionary watch, and that's just my opinion. I don't work for the National Weather Service in Little Rock. They may disagree with me on that, but for right now, I feel like the tornado watch is precautionary through 4 a.m. To account for any spin-up tornadoes that we might encounter. Like I said, that's strictly my opinion. I don't, looking at the conditions and looking at some of the mesoscale features I've checked on the side, I don't see the tornado threat right now. The biggest concern for tornadoes right now is in this part of the state, where I feel like storms just have a little bit cleaner access. Maybe there's just a little bit better surface-based instability to work with. These storms have really slowed down. I know that a lot of you in eastern Arkansas are probably like, come on, man, get over here so I can get to bed. But storms have stalled out, and they'll slowly make their way east tonight. And we'll have another round of storms tomorrow, so the flooding concern is legit. I mean, it is just raining like crazy. It's raining so hard outside. Can you guys hear that out my window? Yep, there it is. Moving through. Just a storm. Just a little storm passing through. I feel like we've had this tornado warning near Prescott for like 3 hours. It expires in 21 minutes. Dude, no way they let that stay up. There's no way. Folks, that storm that sparked the warning near Prescott has moved off to the east. It's moving towards Gurdon, Oglala, Gum Springs, moving up I-30 towards Arkadelphia. There is no tornado warning for that storm. It's a severe thunderstorm warning. The storm to the southwest had a circulation near Falk, so right down here. That sparked a warning. It has now moved off to the east. And I don't really see much there. With that being said, though, there's still a tornado warning from the National Weather Service. So if you live in Garland, Louisville, Stamps, or Patmos, areas southwest of Bodcall in Nevada County, I would be sheltered. I know. Someone posted a tornado on the ground in Garland. I doubt that. But I've been wrong before. It's radar indicated per the National Weather Service. Ellie, I haven't seen any damage reports. Oh, man. I appreciate you guys putting up with my self-pity. I don't do well when I'm sick. You can ask my wife. I'm the biggest baby. But, like, dude, this is horrible. Stomach nausea is, like, the worst thing on the planet when it comes to being sick. Once we get these 2 tornado warnings canceled, I will probably hop off for the night and go to bed. Keep my phone on loud in case anything just insane goes off. The man flu. Yeah. Yeah. That's rough. So we've got a strong line of storms from Heber Springs down to Searcy that's headed in. It's a thin line. You can see it's pretty thin there, but it's probably about to get real rainy and real noisy there in Searcy. White County in general, and this goes all the way up through Batesville, again in Cave City, Cherokee Village, and up to Pocahontas. Same with Little Rock, Maumelle, Mayflower, Conway. The storms to your west that are moving east-northeast be pretty noisy. And then our tornado warnings are here in southwest Arkansas. And we have one in northeast Texas too. They finally canceled the one near Prescott, so we got that one off the board. So one more to get rid of. Yeah, I bet it's loud in Searcy. Flooding is going to be a major issue over the next day or so. If everything verifies and we have more heavy storms tomorrow, which I think we will. We've got one tornado left, guys. One tornado warning left. Got it warned here near Garland. It's passing by Garland now. The circulation's right here. Not sure if there's a whole lot there, honestly, to be warned. But precautionary-wise, it expires in 16 minutes. Thank you, Brittany. What's your son's name, Brittany? Yeah, no kidding. Folks, I haven't done a reset in a little bit. I'll kind of give everybody a reset. If you live west of this line, I should have done it down here too. West of this line, the tornado risk really just isn't there. The tornado risk in this area, including this area, sorry my drawings are horrible, isn't real high. The National Weather Service did issue a watch until 4 a.m. for numerous counties. In my opinion, it's more of a precautionary watch, as storms could still produce tornadoes. I wouldn't expect them to be long track like we had the other day, or necessarily strong, but we could have brief bouts of rotation like we have had this evening. So many of you can go to bed tonight and you'll be perfectly fine. It might be noisy at times. If you want to keep yourself informed, you can keep your phone by you, maybe a weather radio. The tornado risk in BB right now, not real high. I mean, you've got storms moving through town right now. Most of it's just loud and noisy. This thin strip of storms that are moving through White County. Faith, I haven't seen anything about that. Paris, we could have brief bouts of intensification on these storms and any brief bouts of circulation that spark tornado warnings, but for the most part, I feel like the significant tornado threat that has been talked about so much today isn't as apparent. We have one tornado warning. It's down here in Miller, in Nevada, in Lafayette, in southern Hempstead County. Moving towards Patmos, Stamps. Yeah, they're moving east-northeast. Zane, you're good. Amy, if you're in Arkadelphia, you have thunderstorms right now moving through, severe thunderstorms. So that's completely up to you. If you can sleep through a severe thunderstorm, you go right ahead. If you're concerned about more significant weather through the next hour or two, I would just encourage you to have something close to your bed that can wake you up, because there are tornado warnings to your south. So we'll see what happens. Let's switch over to Little Rock real quick and look at this storm too. Near Gurdon specifically. That's interesting. That's a pretty strong storm moving towards Arkadelphia, Gum Springs. They're west of Sparkman. Kenzie, you're good. If you're in severe. The Garland storm could impact areas near Sparkman later, but that's a long ways away, and these storms are moving really slow. Amy, there's numerous counties that are still under a tornado watch until 4 a.m. Guys, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how much more I can do this. I'm getting pretty sick. I want to get this last warning, and then I'm gonna get off. This is how this is gonna go. Once we can get this last warning canceled, I'm gonna hop off, and I will monitor radar from my phone and have updates on my Facebook if we have anything of note. But I need to get some rest. I'm like cashed out. We do have, looks like, a pretty strong thunderstorm moving into far southwest Arkansas that could have some large hail on it. Here's the thing. Once the storms pass your location, so like we have this initial line here that passes through. There's additional storms that could pop up. You can see them here. You can see them here. You can see them here. The concern with those storms is likely hail at most. Maybe some winds, like gusty winds or something. The tornado risk, though, what's left of it is most apparent along and east of the line here. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So when the storms pass you, and you don't want to risk it, once the storms pass you and you're ready to go to bed, just know that you could still be woke up by some hail, some thunder, heavy rainfall. I live over here by Fort Smith, and it's been storming in my house for the last like 4 hours, it feels like, because we've just had, these little waves of storms pass through, but there's no tornado risk. It's just hail, heavy rain, stuff. So Charlene, I think it's a precautionary thing. They issued one until 4 a.m., but I can tell you right now that I just don't see an imminent tornado threat in Faulkner County. So sometimes the National Weather Service will issue precautionary tornado watches that run into the night hours if we have other storms. I mean, weather can have a mind of its own. I mean, I've been wrong before, but I don't see us having widespread tornadoes late tonight. I don't. Tomorrow's a different story. It's its own entity. We could have thunderstorm risk tomorrow and tornado chances tomorrow, especially in South Arkansas. I know it feels like that Columbia County warning has been there for like 3 hours. I mean, yeah, definitely you could have some strong storms pass through Columbia County over the next couple of hours. A large part of the state will just get showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. The severe weather risk tomorrow should be confined mostly to South Arkansas. Tornadoes, wide, that is. Yeah, no kidding. Angela, I do think that, the storms that are over you now in Batesville is probably going to be the worst of it tonight. You could have additional storms pass through overnight and tomorrow morning, but the tornado risk is, to me, it looks pretty low for now. Especially like the long track tornado stuff we've been talking about. There is a tornado risk, so with this warning, it looks like this tornado warning is going to be allowed to expire here in about 5 minutes. This part of the state, Southeast Arkansas, should be mostly excluded. I think most of the activity will be to the west for the most part. There is a low tornado risk in this area. But it looks to me like I'm noticing it here, guys. Look at this right here. This line shifting out. Okay, let's watch this together. See this? See what looks like a little bit of a gust out? To me, it looks like things are starting to kind of gust out a little bit. Storms are just training. It's just a big rainmaker blob of nasty. We could have stronger storms. We could probably have a couple of tornado warnings late tonight due to brief circulations. But like, if you're expecting Wednesday tonight in eastern Arkansas, don't be, because it's not going to be the same. I promise. I'm not saying we can't have tornado warnings tonight. Whenever I get off here, it's very possible. We will probably have more severe thunderstorm warnings. Some of these storms are going to be noisy. They're going to be loud. But like, I think for the most of it, should be okay. I will say that I'm really impressed with this storm in southwest Arkansas. There's probably some pretty good sized hail in this storm just across the Arkansas state line near D Queen, and this could eventually lift into southwest Arkansas here. So like Polk County, anything behind the main line of storms will likely pose like a hail risk. Looks like we do have a new tornado warning too. And this does include Arkadelphia, so. And it's pretty strong rotation too. So the circulation is right here. Just south of Gum Springs, and it includes Gum Springs, Arkadelphia, Caddo Valley, Friendship, Midway, Malvern, Rockport. So a large chunk of I-30 this includes. So a pretty good chunk of Clark County and Hot Spring County, southeastern Garland County, that rotation is pretty strong. If you're in Gum Springs, if you're in Arkadelphia, if you're in Caddo Valley, you should be sheltered, okay? Because this circulation is going to lift up to the north here. You can see it right there. Don't risk it. Maybe it'll pass to the east, but don't risk it. I have a feeling this tornado warning is going to get canceled, and we're going to have to be dealing with this one. This actually looks pretty impressive. It looks like we've got a little bit of a donut hole on radar, so a bounded weak echo region. This storm could be rotating quite a bit, regardless if you see a tornado or not. Gum Springs, Arkadelphia, Caddo Valley, and Friendship, you're likely about to be hit with maybe some hail, lots of rain. It's going to be very noisy. And if there's a tornado, it's going to be buried back in that rain. The sirens are likely going off in Hot Springs. Yes, Alexa's Northwest Arkansas is in the clear. The sirens are probably going off in Hot Springs because of Garland County being included, but the polygon doesn't technically go into Hot Springs. And the circulation itself is way down here, south of Gum Springs. If you live on Highway 67 from Gum Springs to Arkadelphia, if you live off of Highway 8 over to Manning, if you live in the community of Joan or Brown Springs or Witherspoon, you need to be in a shelter pretty quick. For those of you who are just now joining, we have 2 tornado warnings in the state. We have one here near Arkadelphia and one down near Stamps. This one is likely soon to be canceled, and this will probably be our only one. If you live in western Arkansas, your main concern now is large hail. If you live in northeast Arkansas, there is some strong thunderstorms, but the tornado risk isn't as high. The main concerns and problems we've had have been down here in southwest Arkansas, and it still kind of remains the same. If storms haven't made it to you yet, I can't guarantee you a clear for the night. So if storms haven't made it to you, I'm sorry, I can't give you an all clear yet. So they did cancel the other tornado warning. This is our only tornado warning for the time being. And it looks pretty strong right here. Going to be really close to Gum Springs. If you live near the Lakeview Baptist Church, Brown's Grinding, Hasley Road, which runs east out of Gum Springs and loops back up to 67 near the Washita River, there could be a tornado forming on you immediately, so you need to be sheltered. If you live on the east side of Arkadelphia, if you live anywhere in Arkadelphia, you need to be sheltered, but there's an emphasis on the east side of Arkadelphia, especially where the Highway 8 and Highway 51 interchange is, near Clear Lake. This goes all the way out to Rockport and Malvern. So if you live anywhere from Gum Springs through Caddo Valley, Friendship, up to Rockport and Malvern, you need to be sheltered. Yeah, I mean, if you're anywhere near Arkadelphia, you need to be sheltered. I don't really want to get into semantics with this in case this shifts to the west. I mean, it looks like it's going to go east of Arkadelphia, but this thing could easily turn to the left at any moment. It's not worth the risk. If you live anywhere near Arkadelphia, Caddo Valley, Friendship, Midway, Donaldson, you need to be sheltered. No, this is a radar scope that I'm using for the radar. And folks, I can't stress enough, if you're in Friendship or Midway or Caddo Valley or even Arkadelphia, Rockport or Malvern, I wouldn't recommend going outside and trying to look to the south to see if you can see this tornado, because you're probably not going to see it. The circulation's here. Okay, and when we flip to reflectivity, you've got a wall of rain and maybe hail blocking your view. And it's moving northeast toward your location at a pretty good clip. I say that. These storms have been moving pretty slow tonight. It's moving northeast to 45 miles an hour, so it's pretty good speed. It's likely wrapped in rain. You probably won't see it. Yes, Megan, you're good. This is live. Yes, Micah, I'm live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. So the circulation is located here. It's going to be passing very close to Gum Springs. Arkadelphia, you're up next. Caddo Valley, you're up next. Friendship, you're up next. Need to take this serious, folks. Yeah, I was looking earlier. I wasn't really able to see a whole lot there. So, for those of you who are curious, I know that like the sirens might be going off in Hot Springs because a little sliver of Garland County is included, but Hot Springs is not in the polygon. I'm getting a lot of comments from people in Garland County. The warning only includes a small sliver, and it's there way southeast of Hot Springs in this small section of Garland County between Hot Springs and Magnet Cove. So the highway that runs out of here to Magnet Cove is the concern. The circulation is way south of that, where we just talked about here, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. No. Western Arkansas storms are hailers. There's no tornado risk. Filtering through reports, guys. Give me just a second. Still want everybody on the east side and in the city of Arkadelphia to be sheltered. This is going to pass close. It's eventually going to hit Donaldson, Friendship, and Midway. Caddo Valley, it's really close to you as well. I would be sheltered. Hopefully nobody's traveling down I-30 right now either. It's just radar indicated for the time being. National Weather Service doesn't have a confirmed tag on it. Tiffany, I don't think we have a tornado on the ground here. We might, but I don't have any confirmation of that. Yeah, I was about to go to bed when the last tornado warning got canceled, and then this one happened. So it's in the works. I plan on going to bed soon. This is unfortunately a lot. This circulation is a little bit more pronounced than the other one we were dealing with. If this one starts to fizzle out, I might hop off and go to bed. Yeah, so this does have part of Garland County in it, Devon. Southeastern Garland County. But not Hot Springs, Rockwell, Lake Hamilton, or Mountain Pine. Yes, Faulkner County is safe. Malvern is in the tornado warning. You need to be sheltered if you live in Malvern. You have a tornado warning. No, not seeing any debris on it. At least the last time I checked, I wasn't seeing any. It's tough to see anyhow from this red art vantage. There's definitely rotation though. It was pretty strong there near Gum Springs. It's still, I mean, this is legit. This circulation is passing just east of Arkadelphia. Here's your rotation. Donaldson and Midway need to be sheltered. If you live in Donaldson or Midway, you need to be sheltered because it's very possible that you have a tornado headed right for you. I'm going to look at my map here real quick. So if you live on Highway 222 near the Pleasant Hill Cemetery over to Donaldson at the 51 interchange, it's very likely that you have a storm headed your, I mean, it's not very likely. Sorry, I'm mincing my words here. It's very possible that you have a tornado headed for you. And it looks like they've shaved off the polygon to not include Arkadelphia. I don't know why they did that, because this thing could easily turn, but whatever. If you live east of Arkadelphia, though, if you live in Donaldson, if you live near the 67 and 51 interchange near Donaldson, if you live anywhere on Highway 67 from Donaldson to Abco, you need to be sheltered. If you live near Malvern, you need to be sheltered. Specifically south of Malvern, maybe on Highway 9 or on Ridge Road that branches off from 67. I mean, folks, this is a strong circulation. This right here. We haven't had something like this in a minute tonight. The polygon itself is pretty skinny. They've made it skinny on purpose. And this branches all the way up to include Rockport and Malvern. It does not include Poen, but it does include a section of Hot Spring County. I wouldn't be going to look for this one. Sydney, there's a chance for tornadoes in northeast Arkansas tonight. It's just a low risk. It's not high like it was earlier. Rain, there's no tornado warnings in Little Rock. This is well south of you. Perhaps in a little bit, but nothing right now. Folks, we're all adults here. If you want to go to bed, go to bed. Just have a way to wake yourself up if you have warnings. If you live in eastern Arkansas and storms haven't made it to you, I can't give you an all clear. Thanks, Gina. Is that it? Is that Corey Gherkin you're talking about? Shadina, the reason why you're hearing the sirens in Hot Springs is because earlier this polygon was in Garland County. It's no longer in Garland County. We live in a world where county-based sirens are still a thing, and don't get me on my soapbox. I just don't really think it's necessary for that. Kaylee, I think you're good, North Central. Yeah, might have storms overnight and tomorrow morning. Benton is not in this tornado warning, but this storm is to your southwest, so Saline County could be up next if this circulation persists. Austin. Here, man. But yeah, folks, this is the only tornado warning in the entire state right now. We flip over to reflectivity, it's easier to see. They did issue a severe thunderstorm warning for the storms from Cave City all the way down to Searcy. Well, not quite Cave City, but Batesville down to Searcy. This is for Bald Knob, Augusta, Newport. Strong winds are the concern there. We also have severe thunderstorms in southwest Arkansas, one with large hail in southern Polk County. Some storms in western Arkansas that are non-severe, but the only tornado warning in the state is this one here, passing through soon-to-be Hot Spring County. I'll look at my map here one more time. If you live near the Dollar General on Highway 9 southeast of Malvern, you need to be sheltered. If you live near Pure Flow Plumbing, you should be sheltered. The Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church on Ridge Road south of Malvern, you should be sheltered. It's possible that a tornado is headed right for you. This is strong rotation. I would not mess with this. If you live near Abco, if you live in the city limits of Malvern, specifically the southeastern side of Malvern, if you live near the Malvern Municipal Airport, you should be sheltered. If you live in Perla, which is on 270 just east of Malvern, you should be sheltered. If you know somebody who lives in Malvern or near Malvern in Rockport or west of Poen, on what is that? What's that highway that goes east? Is it 270? If you know anyone that lives at the 270 and Highway 67 interchange near Gifford, call them and let them know that a tornado could be headed for their location. Arkadelphia is not in the warning anymore. The circulation has moved off to your northeast. The circulation is going to pass east of Caddo Valley, likely east of Friendship as well. The warning does include Donaldson. Strong rotation. I really hope everyone near Malvern is sheltered. Feels like this circulation's kind of just been sitting here, but it's not. It's moving. When we loop it, you can really see it here, moving off to the east-northeast. It's going to skirt Donaldson to the east. This is the only tornado warning in the state of Arkansas right now, too, folks. So we're not missing out on anything. If you don't live near Malvern or Rockport or Arkadelphia, that part of the state, your immediate tornado concerns are not high right now, I promise. You can see there's a clear inflow notch into this right here. This storm is ingesting plenty of inflow. It's a healthy storm. It's a healthy supercell. With strong rotation just south of Donaldson. Yeah, if you're in Malvern, you need to be sheltered. If you're watching this, if you're listening to me, Carrie, I'm good. Yeah, I don't have any family that lives in this area. We're from Western Arkansas, so I'm good. I just don't. I've been sick all day, and yeah, that's why. I might like look a little flushed. I promise I'm not. I'm okay. Carissa, I'm going to check this for you, but I think it's just a severe thunderstorm. Let me see and make sure there's no circulation here. I don't see a whole lot. Looks like just a severe thunderstorm warning for now. There's no tornado warnings near Newport. So, and then we have storms here southwest of Little Rock with the tornado warning near Malvern. Approaching Malvern now. Miranda, that's hilarious. No, I don't have anything confirmed on the ground with this, but the rotation has been pretty strong at times. Right here. Passing east of Donaldson. It's about to pass east of Donaldson. Folks, Conway's fine. There's nothing going on in Conway right now. There's no warnings, no anything. It's Faulkner County's under a tornado watch until 4 a.m., but it's a precautionary watch. There's some storms moving through Conway. They're non-severe. You're good. Whoever was asking about it, I've seen it a couple of times. Yeah. The concern is off to northeast Arkansas, where we have a few severe thunderstorms, and then our one tornado warning. Y'all are good. Can't stress enough, if you live in Malvern or Rockport, or you know someone who lives in Malvern or Rockport, you need to be sheltered. Give them a call and make sure they know what's coming. Ted, there's no tornado warning in Texarkana, I don't think. No. There's some storms in Texas we'll have to watch, but the circulation is located right here. Near Donaldson. You can see it right there. They've shaved off a large part of the warning to only include mostly Hot Spring County. The sirens might be going off in Magnet Cove, but the polygon does not include Magnet Cove. It only includes Malvern, Perla, and Rockport. And a very small section of Grant County. Like, just a little sliver. So if the sirens are going off in Sheridan, or Poen, or Prattsville, or Leola, most of it is for areas to the west. I have no idea why the sirens are going off in Hot Springs. They should not be going off. Garland County hasn't been in the tornado warning in 20 minutes now. Hot Springs is not under a tornado threat right now. This shouldn't be anywhere near the Garland County Fairgrounds. This is in Hot Spring County, so... It's a dangerous storm, though. I feel like this is the most dominant problem we've had, and it does kind of worry me a little bit that this storm has some longevity, because right now, if you guys will notice, it's kind of turned into its own beast here, this supercell. You know, and this is not too far from Little Rock, Pulaski County, Saline County. Just saying. I don't know. That's what I was worried about, Little Rock. But, you know, if you're in Benton or Haskell, Traskwood, Salem, Bryant, you might keep an eye out for this storm because it's to your southwest. It's been rotating like crazy. I don't have any confirmation that it's on the ground. The tornado warning expires in 4 minutes, but I can guarantee you that they are going to reissue this. If they don't reissue it, they've reissued some stuff tonight that I was curious as to why they did. So I feel like there's a good likelihood they will reissue another warning for this one. Cheyenne's a precautionary watch. Through 4 a.m., I think. I'm going to zoom way in here for just a second and look at this. Circulation is passing east of Donaldson now. And it's headed right for Malvern. Right for Malvern and Perla. You've got 8 miles. It's about 8 miles from you. Thank you so much. Folks, I'm seeing a lot of comments from people up here in Northeast Arkansas because of this line of storms. Just going to touch on it real quick. These are stronger storms moving through, but there's no tornado warnings. It's in Jackson County, parts of White County, up into Northeast Arkansas. It stretches all the way down. This could eventually impact Jonesboro, Bay, Truman, Mark Tree, Wynn. The tornado risk isn't real high, but there is some stronger storms that are going to move through. This is the only storm that has a tornado warning on it, the one near Malvern. And this storm's been pesky for us. I do wonder if it produced earlier when it was right here near Arkadelphia. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. There's no tornado warning in Little Rock right now. Yeah, so the storm that we're watching here, the one that has a tornado warning on it, it's headed for Malvern or Rockport. The area of concern for the tornado would be here. They just reissued the warning, so they're going to go ahead and issue it out. This is the center of the circulation. This now includes Saline County and northern Hot Spring County. So if you're in Benton, or if you're in Haskell, if you're in Traskwood, there's a good chance that the sirens are going off. Due to the storm that's in Hot Spring County. So if you're joining in and the sirens are going off in Bryant or Salem or Benton or Haskell, it's due to the circulation here, which is in Hot Spring County. Here's the circulation right here. Okay, this is moving off to the east northeast. So yes, it does include you. If you live in Benton, you need to be sheltered. If you live in Haskell, you need to be sheltered. Traskwood, you need to be sheltered. This does not include all of Saline County. So if you're in Bryant, or if you're in East End, or if you live in southeastern Saline County down towards Grant County line, all of it doesn't include you. It's polygon based here. The circulation itself is about to pass through the Malvern area and Rockport area before moving up towards areas east of Magnet Cove and into Haskell, Benton, Bauxite, and eventually Salem and Bryant, probably if the warning is issued out. So that's what we're looking at right now. It does not include the city of Little Rock. It does not include Hot Springs. It does not include Prattsville, Sheridan, Hot Springs Village. Doesn't include any of Pulaski County yet. But the circulation itself there is just south of Malvern, and it's getting close to Malvern now. Really want everyone to be sheltered if they're in Malvern and then the Rockport area. Not even thunder in southwest Little Rock. Huh. Meanwhile, you've got a really intense storm just to your southwest. This could eventually impact Pulaski County and the Little Rock area, maybe more so West Little Rock, places just west of town, Maumelle, if it's stays the course. Russell, if you're in Malvern, you need to be sheltered, brother, because this is about to move in on you pretty quick. This is past Arkadelphia. Arkadelphia is not in risk, and I don't have any confirmation that this is on the ground right now, but I will say the circulation is strong, and it has been for a while. But yes, the sirens are probably going off in Benton for good reason. You need to be sheltered if you live in Benton, if you live in Haskell, Traskwood. Laura, you're under a tornado warning if you're in Benton. The circulation is just to your southwest. Obviously, this area of the state is pretty populated. Benton, the circulation is about 20 miles to your southwest right now. Moving northeast at about 45. This is the only tornado warning in the entire state. There's not another tornado warning. So if you don't live in Hot Spring or Saline County, you have no immediate concerns for a tornado. Folks, I can't talk about the risk for tomorrow right now. We're dealing with this. Looking at maps, obviously we're getting closer and closer to Little Rock, so our population centers are going up some. If you live on Highway 67 from Perla up to Glen Rose, you need to be sheltered. If you live in the city of Traskwood, if you live on Highway 229 near Traskwood, if you live on West Main or Traskwood Road that takes you to Glen Rose, you should be sheltered. If you live off 229 north of Traskwood near Haskell, you need to be sheltered. Highway 67 and 229 make a point north of Haskell. So if you live on 67 south by JB's River Park and Campground, all the way down to the intersection of Traskwood Road and eventually Glen Rose, you should be sheltered. If you live anywhere near Interstate 30 from Rockport all the way up to Benton, you need to be sheltered. I will say that the last couple of scans look better. You can see the rotation was really tight there by Donaldson. See right here? And as it's moving off to the east, it doesn't look as organized. It's still rotating. It's still worth the tornado warning. This is still per the National Weather Service. I'm seeing the comments about it being a tornado on the ground. But I don't have any reports that this tornado is on the ground. It just states radar indicated per the National Weather Service. Scotty, we can't do that, brother. The whole point of a tornado warning is to warn a storm whenever we have conditions that are imminent. And this storm is worth the warning. That's how people get killed, brother. But you can see, looking at the reflectivity, you got a classic inflow notch here. The forward flank of the storm fans out. Lots of rain, lightning, maybe some hail in here in the center part of the storm. This storm is its own entity. Lacey, Bryant is not in the warning yet. Bryant is right here. So technically you're not in the polygon, so you're good for the moment. The National Weather Service... If the National Weather Service references that area, Bryant and Salem, then obviously the polygon will be extended. I don't see any indication that it's on the ground right now. Not saying it's not rotating and that it's not worth the tornado warning at all, but I don't have any indication that it's on the ground. Yeah, Haskell, sirens need to be going off in Haskell. That sounds about right. Haskell, Rockport, Malvern. Rockport and Malvern, the circulation's about to pass overhead anytime. The circulation's here. It's about to move over Malvern, Perla, and Rockport. And Highway 270 east of Malvern and Perla. Next up will be, areas around Traskwood or Haskell, Interstate 30, and eventually Benton. There's no reason for the sirens to be going off in Mountain Pine. There's no tornado threat in Mountain Pine, Hot Springs, Garland County in general. If someone has access to that and you're listening to this, you can turn off the sirens in Garland County. They don't need to be going off. You're just scaring people for no reason. I have no idea. This warning touched a sliver of Garland County earlier, and the sirens, I guess, have been going off since. I don't know why they're still going off. The warning only includes a small section of Grant County, Hot Spring, and Saline County. Brian, it's possible that this could move into the Pulaski County area later, but that's still a little ways down the road, so we'll just kind of have to address that as need be. I mean, Saline County's in the warning. Southern Saline County's under a tornado warning right now, so I feel like the chances are about as good as they get when it comes to a tornado. I mean, we have a rotation signature here that's passing over Malvern now, and it's headed for southwestern, south central Saline County near Traskwood, Haskell areas in Benton, I-30. Tiffany, definitely, if you're in Malvern, you need to be sheltered. JT. If you're on Bryant, you're not on the polygon right now. Have to wait for the next warning. Donaldson is in the clear, yes. Ty. Yeah, the circulation has passed you to the north and to the east. This is still the only tornado warning in the entire state of Arkansas right now. This one storm that's headed for soon to be Traskwood, Haskell, and Benton. That's going to move through northeastern sections of Hot Spring County. Kenzie, as soon as I can get the tornado warnings canceled, I'm going to bed, I promise. I promise. I'm trying. I just need these storms to cooperate. Gina, are you still in here? If you are, will you ban the William Cohen guy from commenting? I'm tired of the comments on the page about the dying stuff. It's annoying. The circulation is certainly still there. It's passing over 270 now in Malvern and Perla. Folks, whenever you hear me talking about the circulation, it's this right here. I know that Malvern and Perla kind of covers it up, but the circulation center is right there. That's what we're looking at. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate you. It's broad. The circulation's more broad now than it was earlier. The circulation was very strong 20 to 30 minutes ago. So that's a good sign. Hopefully we can kind of continue that trend and get this thing settled in. For those of you who are don't really keep up with the weather, you're just now tuning in, maybe the bulk of the severe weather issues right now are this part of the state. I see the severe thunderstorm warning by MENA. That's for hail. That's not a tornado risk. None of this is tornadic. This up here is more of a wind concern. This down here, probably more of a wind concern as well. But this part of the state, in general, does still have a tornado risk. It's fairly low. But the only tornado warning in the state is this storm here near Haskell, Traskwood, and Benton. Soon to be probably Pulaski County. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. If you don't live in Hot Spring or Saline County, then you have no immediate tornado concerns. So just want to put that fear to rest. I am worried about this downstream impact for Pulaski County, but I'm hoping that this storm will fizzle. Paris, if you're in Russellville, you're fine. You can chill. Lonsdale is not in the polygon. It is just to the west of the polygon. The circulation is here. Lonsdale is here. The circulation center is here. And this is moving off to the east, northeast. Hot Springs is fine. There's no tornado threat in Hot Springs. Am I in danger if I live in Benton? Yes, you are under a tornado warning. You need to be sheltered. Magnet Cove is not in the polygon. The circulation is to your southeast. I'm gonna have to lean back, guys. I'm sorry. My stomach is killing me. I can't sit up like that. Gonna have to lean back and get comfy. I guess you guys are cool with me looking chill and comfy. Sarah, I'm not sure. That's a long ways away. And I would expect this to continue a east-northeasterly track towards Maumelle, Salem, areas in West Little Rock. But we don't have any polygons that go out that far. Riley, most of the state will just get thunderstorms tomorrow, rain, with a tornado risk in far southern Arkansas tomorrow. There is so much lightning in this storm. I bet it is an absolute light show for those of you in Saline County watching this storm head your way. Trying to see if I have any reports on social media. The circulation just passed through Malvern and Perla. It is now headed for the Saline County line, just west of Traskwood. Holy cow. Some of the hail in Hatton was pretty big. That's big hail. People. Oh man, I don't feel good enough to have people talking trash in comments right now. I don't have the patience for that right now. The circulation is still moving east-northeast. It's going to pass, I think, right near Traskwood and near Haskell. No, I wasn't really tracking the Mina storm. I think that's just a severe thunderstorm involving some hail, I'm guessing. Yeah, it looks like it has some hail in it. Just north of town. So, no tornado risk with that. This is the only tornado warning right now. It feels like this storm is just sitting still, man. Feels like it's not moving at all. But it is. We've been tracking it since it was south of Gum Springs, so we've came a long ways. Zooming in on the circulation, you can see it here. It's west of Traskwood, approaching Interstate 30 now. So if you live anywhere near Traskwood or near Haskell, circulation is headed into your location here pretty soon. I'll zoom back out so you guys can see everything. Put it back on reflectivity so it looks a little bit easier to follow. Benton, you're under a tornado warning. Need to be sheltered if you're in Benton. Circulation's here. We'll zoom back in on it so you guys can see it clear. Haskell's here. Traskwood's here. Circulation is here. And it's moving off to the east-northeast into Saline County. It might miss Benton to the west here. But it's also, the polygon has this northeasterly component. I don't know if I would trust that. If I'm in Benton, I'm sheltered for sure. If I'm in Bauxite, I'm sheltered. Anywhere in between from Benton down to Traskwood, I would be in a tornado shelter until this passes. This storm has a history of really wrapping up and tightening up. It's just not going away. This is just a mean storm in general, guys. If you live anywhere in Saline County, you're likely hearing the thunder. This is a strong storm moving in. You're going to know it's there before the circulation gets to you. I'd like to reiterate too, this is the only tornado warning in the state of Arkansas. Looking at reflectivity, excuse me. There's a one severe thunderstorm in western Arkansas near Mena because of hail. This is the only show in town as far as warnings go, really. And the National Weather Service just replaced the tornado warning with what looks to be a severe thunderstorm warning. So that leads me to believe that they are going to let this circulation play out how it does. Never mind, they just canceled the warning. Love to see it, guys. There are no tornado warnings as of 10:23 p.m. Oh my gosh, man. It's been a long day. A long week. I'm not looking forward to dealing with the trolls tomorrow because we didn't have a tornado outbreak. I'm not looking forward to that. So they did issue severe thunderstorm warnings for this complex here in western Arkansas. I want to reiterate. These are hail-producing storms that move up into Logan County towards Boonville, Paris, Waldron. Most of the state now is transitioning from a tornado threat to a large hail concern, heavy, strong storms, lots of wind, and a flood risk. So that's kind of how things are sitting as of almost 10:30 p.m. Obviously, today did not play out how I thought it would, or all of the weather industry, which I'm very, very thankful for. I'll have to go back and figure out where things went wrong exactly so I can become a better forecaster. But certainly there was a missing link somewhere to where storms didn't evolve how we all thought they would. Once again, I'm not complaining. I'm not one of those people that get on social media and complain about the lack of tornadoes and stuff. I feel like that's extremely ignorant and very disrespectful, especially to people who've lost their homes this month and last month to tornadoes. But I know that not everyone thinks that way. Before I get off, and I just want to let you guys know, I am going to get off soon. I'm very sick. I've been sick all day, throwing up. I'm going to get off here and try to get some rest tonight. I have a funeral to go to in the morning, and we have severe weather chances tomorrow afternoon in southern Arkansas. But I want to leave you guys with an update before I go. That way, if you have questions, I cannot give you an all clear if you live east of this line because storms haven't made it to you. So if you live over here in Pine Bluff, if you live over here in Brinkley, if you live over here by Jonesboro, storms are getting close to Jonesboro now. You could still have some stronger storms tonight, and this will continue through the night hours. These are slowly moving kind of training storms from the southwest to the northeast. We will have more storms tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon as this system exits the area. Flooding will be a legitimate concern due to that. So make sure if you plan on traveling late tonight or tomorrow, be safe because the travel could be hazardous due to the flooding concerns. I cannot give you an all clear and say I know that there's a tornado watch until 4 a.m. for like a lot of counties in central, south central, and northeast Arkansas. I feel like that is a precautionary watch due to short-lived tornado concern. I don't think we have a lot of potential for long-track significant tornadoes. The storms that are moving towards Jonesboro now are not even severe thunderstorm warned. They're just stronger storms. They're going to be noisy. There is storms here southwest of Little Rock. There's still a skeleton of that circulation here near Haskell. But I think I need to get off. I truly do. I need to get off. What I'll do, I'll be up for a little while. I'm going to go lay down, and I'll have any post up with warning information as needed. And that way you guys aren't in the dark on any information. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for defending me against trolls. You guys don't have to do that. I can handle it, but I appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys probably again tonight. I might have another post